Hey everybody, I'm Tyler Florence. The big game is coming up. Let's hop in the kitchen and score a touchdown with Hestan. Welcome to the kitchen here at Miller Lux. We're so excited for the big game, and we've got not one but two amazing recipes that you are absolutely going to love. We're gonna be making both chicken wings and nachos, but we're taking it to a whole different level. We're gonna start off first with our ahi tuna nachos. We've got a pound of unbelievable sushi grade ahi tuna from Hawaii. Then we are gonna be making a steakhouse wing seasoned with a prime rib rub and also beef tallow. They are so incredibly delicious and really, really easy to put together. Let's get going. All right, gang, let's start off with our tuna. What we have here is 1 pound of ahi grade sushi quality tuna. So we're gonna start this off first, right, with marinating our tuna, and then we're gonna give this a nice little toss with a delicious oil. Now this is a neutral canola oil, and then this is flavored with ginger, lemon peel, and then also green onion. Really Japanese flavor profile that's gonna go incredible with this whole dish and give the tuna really, really great flavor profile all at the same time. Now we're gonna season this with salt. We're gonna season it right at the last second, right before we plate everything together. And so we're just gonna set this aside. So now we're gonna work on our pico de gallo, which is gonna be really, really delicious with the nachos as well. Now it's gonna start off with tomatoes. These are de-seeded and diced, nice sweet yellow onion. And then we're gonna add a jalapeno. Now this is 2 jalapenos that have been seeded and diced. If this feels like a little too much for you, no big deal. You can either leave it out or cut it in half. And then we're gonna add some freshly grated ginger, salt, and then a nice squeeze of lime juice. We're gonna start to blend together. Make sure everything's equally dispersed. Smells amazing. All right, guys, let's talk about this. This is not guacamole. This is guacamole on a whole different planet. This is avocado puree with Mexican crema and also a little bit of wasabi and some salt. Great flavor profile, really easy to put together, and it's gonna match so well with all of our other ingredients to make a really exquisite ahi tuna nacho, okay? So that's kind of ready to rock and roll and set aside here. Now let's talk about our chips, right? Of course, you can't have nachos without chips. So these are wonton chips. You can find these in your freezer section at the grocery store, and they're gonna come as like a full square. We cut it right across the middle, and then we fried these until they're really crispy. I think it's the perfect chip to really go along with the tuna, but if you wanna open up a bag of super high quality salted corn chips, let's go. It's gonna taste the same, and you can really kind of knock out some of the work, but this is how we're gonna do it here at the restaurant, and I think you guys are gonna love it. Let's plate up. Okay, so right before you're ready to plate, we're gonna season the tuna with salt. And again, this is already dressed with that really delicious infused oil. So it has the aroma of ginger and lemon, a little bit of green onion. It's savory, it's bright, really elegant, delicious flavor profile. So that's seasoned right at the last second. And then the presentation, again, is super easy. These are no-bake nachos. So we're gonna take our wonton chips, we're gonna create a nice layer in the bottom. Then we're gonna go in with our tuna. So half of the tuna is gonna go on the bottom, and half the tuna is gonna go on the second layer, which is gonna be the top. Next up, we got our pico. And the aroma, now that the vegetables have had a chance to start to blend and meld together, the smell is delicious. Then we're gonna go in with some dollops, and this will be a real fun little treasure treat. Then we're gonna hit it with some cotija cheese. This is a nice medium cow's milk cheese, is dried. It's really great for grating. Feta would also be wonderful with this. We're gonna add some green onions and some scallions. Cilantro leaves, jalapeno slices. And no, this is fancy, but I really like it. Shiso, totally matches with the tuna. And then we're going into the second layer. And then last but not least, to hit that Japanese flavor profile home, we've got some black and white sesame seeds. And then to hit the nacho flavor home one more time, we got some limes. And I think we're ready to go. This is a relatively simple, no bake, delicious nacho concepts that I think is gonna blow your guests away and definitely be one of the hits at your game day. Let's go. We got one down. Now let's talk about wings. Now let's talk about the main attraction, chicken wings. Now we've come up with a flavor profile that I know you've never tasted before. We're calling these steakhouse wings. I think you guys are gonna love it. We're gonna toss the wings in that and we're gonna bake them in the oven, 350 degrees for about 30-35 minutes, and they're gonna be perfect. All right guys, we're gonna start off with beef tallow. It's gonna match beautifully with all of our seasoning that we're gonna mix together, and then this is gonna coat the wings and then we're gonna throw them in the oven. So guys, we're gonna start off with a big spoon. We have our beef tallow that has been slowly steeping with garlic and woody herbs like rosemary and fresh thyme. And that's gonna go into the base. And then we're gonna start making a seasoning mix with this, starting off with beef bouillon, ground coriander, onion powder, garlic powder, kosher salt, coarse ground black pepper, and prepared horseradish. All right, we're gonna mix all this together, and this is gonna make a delicious coating for our wings. We're making a dozen wings. All right, so gang, we are preparing a dozen wings. These are full wings. So they got the tip, the drumette, and the flat. We're gonna give our wings a nice big toss in our prime rib seasoning. Make sure they're nice and coated all the way around. And then we're gonna pop this into the oven on one of Hestan's incredible sheet pans with a wire rack. And then we're gonna wash this pan out, and then we're gonna serve our chicken wings back in the same pan. These large oval roasters, some of my favorite pieces with Hestan, because they can go from the oven straight to the table. All right, we're gonna take all of our wings, all right, and we're gonna kind of place them presentation side up. We've got the oven preheated at 350 degrees. All right, they look great. Here we go. 350 degrees into the oven, 30-35 minutes, or until an instant read thermometer reads 152 degrees. Let's go. We've got the wings in the oven. Now let's make an incredible dipping sauce. We're gonna make a beautiful blue cheese ranch to go along with our wings. And that's gonna start off with 50-50 mayo sour cream. And 50-50 mayo sour cream is my go-to creamy base for all creamy dressings. All right, we're gonna add a little bit of red wine vinegar. We're gonna add some prepared horseradish, a little bit of salt, onion powder, garlic powder. Of course, we're gonna add some blue cheese, nice crumbly, firm blue cheese. All right, we're gonna throw this in the fridge and let it get nice and cold. And we're gonna be ready to go as soon as the wings are finished. Now, one of my favorite things about Hestan, the durability stands on its own, but also how beautiful they look going from the cooking surface, the prep surface, straight to the table. These extra large oval, also with a mini au gratin for our sauce. They're gonna look fantastic on our table getting set up for game day, okay? So we got our wings here. They look awesome. See the texture on top of these? This is where two amazing culinary worlds collide. You've got the best of chicken wings that taste like prime rib. Let's go. It's so delicious. We're gonna finish this with a nice big squeeze of lemon juice right on top. Gonna brighten the whole thing up right before we start to plate up. Extra large oval. And I'm gonna work with my chef fingers here. They're a little hot, so we're gonna pile them up. That 152 degree number is real. Anything more than that, you're gonna start to dry the wings out. We're gonna take our mini au gratin pan. We're gonna fill this with our blue cheese dip. This is also a great sub recipe for sandwiches, a tomato salad in the summertime, a nice wedge salad. We're gonna finish this with some grilled lemons. Okay. Now, before we hit it with the green stuff, we're gonna hit it with some chive and some fresh chervil. Now, this is extra. If you have some laying around or if you get your hands on it, cool. Not necessary, but here at the restaurant, we always like to take it to the next level. So this is beautiful demi-glace, okay? This is 72-hour beef demi-glace made with roasted veal bones. And this is our sauce that we finish all of our filet mignons with, right? All of our incredible dry age steaks here at the restaurant for a little extra moisture, a little extra dippy flavor. Okay. And then we're gonna garnish it with chive and then chervil. Of course, parsley will do the same. And gang, that's it. We've got two spectacular recipes that are gonna set your game day table on fire. Everyone's gonna love it, and you are gonna love the world of Hestan. check them out. It's the most incredible cookware I've ever used professionally. We use it in all of our restaurants, and I also use it at home, and they are beautiful pieces also for game day. Let's go. This is how you cook for game day with Hestan and have a great time doing it.